In today's video, I am going to be teaching you how you can properly use a dribble handoff in basketball. This is one of the easiest things that you can do and one of the easiest ways on how you can get an open layup or mid-range shot or even a three-point shot. So let's get down and let's check this out, because there's a few different ways that you can use a dribble handoff. And I'm also going to be showing you, if the dribble handoff gets blown up, what you can do to still score, like David in the clip that's playing behind me. Really quickly, we will be getting to the clipboard version of how to use a dribble handoff, but really quickly, I want to show you this video right here. So when you're using a dribble handoff, this, I guess, was supposed to be a dribble handoff that wasn't originally used. This play is not a play that we run or I even drew up, but David was coming towards the ball as if he wanted to use Artur as a dribble handoff. When you use a dribble handoff, you want to try and get your shoulder hitting the shoulder of the man who's giving you the dribble handoff, because you are essentially using him as a screen, and then the idea is for you to attack the basket off of that screen. You'll either pull up for a three-point shot, a mid-range, or you're going to go right to the rim yourself. Or you could hit Artur, as an example, rolling to the basket with the pass. However, let's say, for example, the defender is playing you tough. He's pushing you away from that dribble handoff so that there's a gap for him to be able to fight through. There's two different ways that you can go about this. For one, you can deny the dribble handoff and go the opposite way. The best way to do that is not to stop, but to spin off. Then you'll be attacking the basket. This will be a lob pass to you. However, if the defender of the man who has the ball has a little bit of a gap and he's not pressuring him, this can get blown up quite easily. The other option is to cut back, and then at this time, you've created the lane on that left side. You can then cut to the basket. Because you're cutting to the basket, and because now that man is going to be behind you, if the man who has the ball, in this case Artur, sends a lob pass over top of the defense, you should be able to get it, as David does right here, so that you can get that easy layup. This is something that I try to teach all of my players that I coach, and they don't usually do it for a long time after I teach them. So, very simply, if the dribble handoff gets blown up, you need to cut to the rim on the same side as where you were going originally, and then the player who has the ball needs to send that lob pass over, because you're going to be in position to receive it, and then you're going to be able to get that easy layup. In this case, a reverse with 7 seconds left. That put us up by 25 points. So if you're using a dribble handoff and your man is following you over that dribble handoff, you need to attack the basket. Whether that's going to be a pull-up mid-range or actually attacking the basket, it doesn't necessarily matter. You just need to get to the rim or get to a position to be able to score, because if this man is coming off behind you and you curl in, he's going to be essentially in jail behind you, which means that he's not going to be able to defend you and you have the open lane to the basket. However, if as an example, let's say player 1 goes underneath this dribble handoff, well, while he's going underneath, you need to pull one dribble past the screen. Now, while this may be a bit farther out than you normally would be, this is why we need to practice distance shooting. Because this man has gone underneath that dribble handoff, that gives you the space, the gap needed to be able to get that shot off. So essentially, if your man goes over top of the screen, you need to go to the rim. If your man goes underneath the screen, you need to pull for the three. Now, if this player was overplaying and he tried to deny that screen, you can spin off if this man was playing tighter to player 5, and now you can get the pass from player 5. Player 1's going to be stuck on 5's shoulder, and now you're going to have the open lane to the basket. These are the different ways that you can use the dribble handoff. Now, if you're a coach and you want to incorporate dribble handoffs into your team, here's a great play that you can run. Player 1 can dribble to his right or left side. Let's just say he goes to his right side just for argument's sake. After he sets that dribble handoff, player 5 is going to then dribble out towards that left side, and player 1 is going to then roll to the basket. While player 5 is dribbling towards his left side, he needs to look for player 1 as an option to score. If that's not an option and it's not open, then player 1 is going to clear, player 2 is going to lift. While these guys are doing that, player 5 is going to set the dribble handoff with player 4, and then player 5 is going to roll towards the basket, and player 4 is going to then dribble up top, meanwhile looking for player 5 as an option while he rolls. When that's done and that's not open, player 5 clears, player 3 lifts, and now player 4 goes in for the dribble handoff with player 2. While these players are clearing out, player 2 is going to then dribble up top while looking at player 4 rolling towards the basket and looking for player 4 as an option. This is a great motion for you to be able to run if you are trying to incorporate dribble handoffs with your team. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball team or even a better basketball player and score more points. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again in my next video.